I bought the remake of Resident Evil 1, the HD version.
Yeah.
Because when that first came out, it was only digitally. Only Japan was getting a physical copy. So I bought it, but as soon as the physical copy came out, I was quick to buy that one too.
Yeah. I prefer my physical copies over anything.
Yeah, I prefer physical copy. The only game that I have that sadly I don't have a physical copy for that I wish we got was Okami HD.
Oh yeah.
He never got a physical copy of that.
Wait,
only Japan did.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, only Japan got a physical copy.
Also, Japan got Devil May Cry 4 physical.
Yeah, we did not.
Yep.
What the fuck, Capcom?
You know what? Me personally, being that I tried many times to be an old school Devil May Cry fan, they can have it. I fucking hate the old games. I hate Devil May Cry, the older games. I'm one of the few people that loved the remake. Fuck the old one. I bought the HD collection of 1, 2, and 3. I maybe spent 3 hours like, fuck this. These camera angles are bullshit. The whole game is bullshit. It's a joke. What the hell is
Oh, damn, what have you done?
I cannot stand the old Devil May Cry.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to buy your pitchforks, the American Slacker is selling them for $5 a piece.
Yeah, go to hell.
I only like the first Devil May Cry and the remake. Devil May Cry 3 is the best, but
Devil May Cry 3 is the best.
I'm not getting to it.
Devil May Cry 3 was, out of all the Devil May Cry games, it was the most perfect one in both length, content, story, gameplay.
What story?
It had story.
What story?
Ryan, you failed to acknowledge any story in a lot of games. You didn't even know Bayonetta had story.
The story Devil May Cry.
Bayonetta has story, but Bayonetta is more of a satire. It's more of like, let's make the most crazy, outlandish anime possible and just roll with it. And it's hilarious. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
It's fucking amazing.
Devil May Cry, I don't get it. And I played the original part of it when what was it I think it was a demo I got of it when I got Resident Evil Code Veronica X for the PS2.
Yeah, it did come.
And I'm like, and the demo was like, all right, it didn't sell me on the game. And finally, they released HD collection. I'm like, I'm gonna give this a whirl. Can't fucking stand it. Cannot fucking stand it. I don't get the.
Piss poor attempts.
I can't get into it.
Nope.
A lot of things weren't even see.
Lion, you still there?
It's cutting out again.
Just connection for some reason.
Yeah, Skype seems to be a pretty big fan of the older Devil May Cries.
That's fine. Hey, that's pretty fun. I mean, like I said, I'm probably the minority in here. Total minority. I can't stand it.
Well, like I said, I will look at both the good and the bad of most games. I played the new Devil May Cry. I 100%ed the new Devil May Cry. And I can say that story-wise, it is still pretty shit. But gameplay-wise, it's actually pretty solid.
I love it. I love it.
Not as good as the original one, but it's still pretty solid. It's too easy, is the issue. It is real easy. The original ones definitely have more of a challenge to them.
And I did double dip on it too. I did buy the Definitive Edition for the PS4 because 60 frames a second. Gorgeous.
Well, see, here's the thing. They tried to rectify all the issues, all the complaints that were in the original one, in the original version of the remake. And, because, not having a lock-on system, or the 30 frames per second instead of 60, and all that stuff. Or the, where you can only fight enemies with certain colors. Yeah, that was those were big issues in the original version.
Wait, you could not fight the people that
Guys? Guys, hold on. I'm gonna reset the call.
I'm still here.
All right.
We're all here.
All right.
This is a connection for some reason.
Audio was getting really bad.
Yeah, that was really choppy.
Yeah, that's... I stopped screen sharing for now, so...
It's fine.
Okay, we'll get back.
Share screen, it was green great.
It was actually running pretty smooth for a while.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get it back.
Alright.
But yeah, like I said, I will point out both positives and negatives about a game if I played it, being one. And I know a lot of people did ridicule the hell out of the new Devil May Cry, and some of it did deserve. Some of it did deserve.
I know, I agree, because I understand you're rebooting this franchise that, quite frankly, really didn't need to be rebooted. I was kind of surprised as to why they did it, because Devil May Cry was a very successful series. I was like, why the radical change in the character, his style, the way he speaks? It's kind of jarring. I get it. I understand the backlash that game got. I mean, I completely sympathize. But from my point of view, where I actually try to play the older games, I'm like, you know what? I'm not that group. I will not be part of that group because it is not my thing. I felt like an angry old man trying to fidget with a new gadget device when I played the original Devil May Cry. I'm like, what is the whole hype about this? This game is terrible.
Like I said, I prefer Devil May Cry 3 over all of them. Just because it had literally everything. Gameplay.
No one likes 2 or 4. I think it's hilarious.
I don't like 4. Especially don't like 2, but I don't like 4, mainly because of the fact that Dante is only halfway in the game, being 1. And it's a short-ass game.
Alright, guys. We did it. We brought the planet back together.
You're almost there.
But yeah, the biggest issue with the newest Devil May Cry, I think what gave it so much backlash, is that the creator in Ninja Theory gave a giant middle finger to all of the original fans. That was the biggest thing, because he was bashing the original character. He was talking about how, if Dante walked into a bar, he'd be the laughing stock and all this other stuff. And because you played the remake, you know about that whole wig scene.
Yes.
Yeah, that pissed off a shit ton of fans.
You know what's funny? I actually laughed at that. I was like, he looks in the mirror, he's like, not a chance. Throws it off. I'm like, I got a kick out of that. I'm like, that's gotta piss people off.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that though.
No, I get it. Like I said, I'm not trying to, shame people who are fans of the originals. There's a huge community out there. I get it. You don't piss off your fans, especially you don't make fun of them when you reboot the series.
Yeah, you're wanting to get their attention for them to buy it.
Well, it's one thing to do like playful nods or like, hey, this is an alternate universe, make a couple of inside jokes to make the fans chuckle. Doing that was like, oh man, basically you're just saying you hated how the original character looked to begin with. You're just basically making fun of it.
Yeah, the wig fell on him, but he didn't draw so much. He was looking at himself, and then he just, but then it just fell off and he started going to combat. That would have been okay.
Or even make a comment like, oh, that's an interesting look. I mean, maybe pose, like smile, and then well, gotta get serious now. Maybe take the wig off and walk away. I'm like, okay,
that would have been tasteful. But no, to say not in a million years is you just shat on your fan base that you're wanting to get attention to, because it's funny. After the original version came out, they came out with DLC to give him the look of Dante.
I remember that.
Dante.
That was.
That's when the game sold.
Damage is already done. Damage is already done. You're not going to win your old fans back by doing that.
Yeah, but it actually sold a slight bit better when that DLC came out.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whole ruckus. Oh man. Another game that you mentioned that Devil May Cry 4 because they kind of removed Dante as being the main character in that one until half through the game. One game that got a lot of shit for that, which I think was unjust amount of shit. Metal Gear Solid 2, when they pretty much took Solid Snake out of the picture after the tanker mission, and Solid Snake becomes a secondary character, and you're playing as Raiden the whole way through. I actually liked that. That was ballsy as fuck.
I think I know why it got backlash, but yeah, it was a bit unjust, but I can understand it. It was because they hyped up Solid Snake throughout the entire campaign trailer for it. And then, literally when the game came out, oh, you're playing as Raiden.
It's one of the few games that I purchased where the instruction manual tells you, do not go through these pages until you finish the first tanker mission. I'm like, what? Where the instruction manual is a spoiler in itself.
Yeah.
And I flip through later, it's like, wait, they're showing controls how to play Raiden. Sword swinging? What the hell is this?
It's like, who's Raiden?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after you get past that intro part, oh, that's Raiden.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll be right back.
At first, it was jarring at first. I wasn't sure what was happening. Who is this guy? Is this a flashback? Is this maybe Snake when he was younger? No, he's too wussy sounding. Who is this guy? And then you find out later, oh, Snake is. Wow, am I gonna jump back and forth? Nope. You are riding the rest of the game.
Yep. Snake is just like a mentor type character in the game.
I would have liked to have had a side mission or side quest where you actually play Snake's part of the mission through the game, but didn't happen. But no. I think it was kind of people give it a lot of shit for that, and I didn't think it was very fair, especially since you know now how much of a badass Raiden becomes later on down the road.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, he was a whiny little fart head in this one, so I'll agree with complaints.
Though I will say, Metal Gear Solid 3 is still #1 favorite in the series.
That was so good.
Big, playing as Big Boss back in his prime. Oh yes.
Well, so to be fair, that and Peace Walker are the only games you play as Big Boss. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Oh, I know.
Well, Peace Walker is awesome.
Oh, Peace Walker's good. It's a good. I didn't like a lot of the gameplay elements of it, but as a story and how it filled the gaps, it was good. It's a good story. I enjoyed it. I tell everybody you need to play it before you play Metal Gear Solid 5. 5 was just, it was good, but damn, you could feel so much that was just
left out.
So much left out, giant chunks. I'm like,
because Konami were really being assholes by that time.
Oh, it's so unfortunate because there are parts of 5 you're like, Jesus, this is fucking amazing. I can't wait to see where this goes. And you can tell in the second half where it starts to peter out and it just loses where it was going. You're like, all right, so what's happening now? The resolution was kind of eh.
Yeah, and the story in the game as a whole was kind of meh.
Yeah, it didn't go where I felt it should have gone. It played like it tried to really give a little bit of... I've seen the special ending. I did see that. Where he stop it liquid.
Echo.
Echo!
Stop it.
Echo!
Oh, come on, no!
But yeah,
Playing
that
War.
series is dead.
No,
I'm not
right
there.
down to that one.
Okay, there we go. Much better.
This is
Konami.
pretty smooth.
It is amazing how much they fucked up so quickly.
Dude, oh my god.
No, not even Sega was that bad. I can imagine Sega just going down.